what is your business inside in the city today? Especially now, I mean, inside there in the Disney store.
I wasn't in the Disney store.
But I've got a complaint to say that you were.
No, I wasn't in the Disney store.
You weren't in the Disney store.
No, I've just been out here. I just took these off and just bought this selfie stick 5 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't in the Disney store. I've been out here having conversations.
So now listen, if I go and check the CCTV, then it won't show you inside the Disney store.
100%.
Okay. And what are you trying to do here today? What's your overall objective?
I have conversations. That's all I do.
Okay.
I've been traveling. I'm actually from Canada. I've been traveling North America since September 2020.
Yeah.
Just having conversations to raise awareness about this issue, and that's all I do.
Okay. So what you be doing there now? What is the issue exactly that you're talking with people about?
I just talked about the business of giving children puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones.
Okay.
In certain jurisdictions of the world, they do surgeries on these kids as well. So I just talk about wherever the conversation goes about gender ideology.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fine. The talk, I suppose, is fine.
Yeah.
But realistically, on one side of it is you can't be inside shops or outside
I wasn't
shop
inside
doors.
shops.
Well, look, that's why I'm here. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Please go look at the CCTV footage.
No, I will now in a second when I finish talking to you. So, look, obviously, what does your sign say? Children. Okay, and what does the back sign say? The same, is it?
No, it's my definition of a dad.
Your definition.
Yeah.
That's your opinion, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Opinions are still allowed, right?
Yeah, but see, where you could fall short there realistically is displaying material in a public place that may be offensive to others.
Right.
Okay, that'd be contrary to Section 7 of the Criminal Justice Act, the Public Order Act 1994. So that's where you could fall short there.
Sure.
Okay, of committing that offence. So what you're doing, obviously, yeah, look, that's what you're doing. But others, especially around here, could find that to be offensive. Okay, in that regard.
I've been out here for 5-6 hours, including yesterday. I've had 3 negative comments and probably 100 positive ones, tons of beautiful conversations.
Yeah.
99% of the people out here agree with this. So all I do is have calm, peaceful, fact-based
No, I'm not saying you don't. I understand
and
what you're saying.
I don't create any trouble at all.
Yeah,
so
but what I'm saying is
someone's obviously filed a false report with you saying I was inside the Disney store, so you should go look at
what
the
I am saying.
CCTV footage.
But what I'm saying to you is some people may take offence to that, and that's where you fall short there.
I could have a sign that said, I think Ireland is beautiful, and some people might take offence to that.
They could, yeah.
So would you arrest me if I had a sign
Well,
that said, I think Ireland is beautiful?
So you're getting ahead of yourself here. No one said about arresting anybody.
All right.
Okay, so you need to kind of come back a bit there.
Go back to what?
Come back a bit. Listen to what I'm saying. So what I'm saying
is...
I
have conversations about puberty.
Yes, I know. But what I'm saying to you is, and you can go back on your recordings.
Conversations and opinions are still permitted.
Yeah, they do, yeah. But you can go back on your recordings and you can quote what I've just said. I'm not saying you can't have conversations. I'm not saying...
All right, then.
I'm just saying that the signs
you're
that
saying
you're
some
displaying...
people can find it offensive.
Yes, they can.
Sure
Okay. And that's where...
And your point is what exactly?
Well, that would be a breach of the law.
Oh, okay.
Okay, as I've just quoted, okay, which again is Section 7 of the Criminal
And what
Justice
if I had a sign that said I love Ireland and someone found that offensive? Would that be a breach of the law?
I haven't got calls about that.
I mean, some people could find anything offensive.
Yeah, I know, they could. But
so could anything be in breach of that law?
Quite possibly could. But
anything at all could be in breach of that law.
If someone finds offensive, you're displaying it in a public place, okay? So
if someone finds offence, whose problem is that? Is that my problem or is that their problem?
Well, it'd be your problem if you got arrested for it, because you'd be the one before the judge having to explain it.
I don't mind getting arrested. I'm happy to.
Well, I'm not looking to arrest you. That's not my purpose.
Well, please do though, because it would be great. It would be very helpful for my campaign.
Why would it be helpful for your campaign?
Well, because everyone would see how absolutely ridiculous the Irish police is behaving by arresting a man who thinks that we shouldn't sterilize kids.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to arrest you.
Okay.
But what I am going to do, okay, is you were to stay away from the Disney store.
I wasn't in the Disney store.
Come here, I'm not
this has nothing to do with the Disney store. Someone filed a false report with you.
That's fine. But that's why I'm
here. Please go
here.
look at the footage.
No, but that's why I'm here.
I wasn't in the Disney store.
But I will.
So your entire claim is based on a lie of somebody.
I tell you what we're going to do. Okay, you're going to get a direction, obviously, to leave this area. Okay, and stay away from.
Why should I leave this area?
Because I've requested you. Okay, that's.
Oh, from the Disney store. So like 100 feet down that way.
Just stay away from the Disney store.
Because I happen to walk down a public street.
Well, not exactly just happen to walk on a public street.
What do you
mean? You've caused people to put calls in, and as a result of those calls, this is why I'm standing here. Okay. So I have obviously other things to do as well. You're on your campaign, that's fine. Okay. But what I'm saying to you is, stay away from the Disney store and do not interact.
I wasn't in the Disney
But that's
store.
fine. You keep saying that, and I will check.
No,
the footage,
because
that's fine.
the whole
But I
bait-
didn't just land here for the
Do I
crack.
get to speak, or are you going to
Yeah,
keep
of
cutting me
course,
off?
yeah. Of course you
All right,
can.
you know what a conversation is?
I do.
Where one person speaks and then the other
I don't
person
need your
speaks.
sarcasm.
Well, I don't need your ridiculous behavior.
It's not
assuming that there's something offensive about my sign. Now, first of all, you came here accusing me of being in the Disney store. I wasn't in the Disney store. I'm standing on the busiest public street potentially in Dublin.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I haven't offended anybody. I haven't talked to
But
anybody.
you
I don't approach people.
You have, as a result of why we're here. But that's what
Not
I'm saying.
that I'm aware of.
But my main
But I'm not
concern-
moving off this street.
Yeah,
So if you want to do something about that, go
listen,
ahead and do something
my
about
main
that. But I know
concern-
my rights.
listen.
I've read the Irish
Yeah,
law,
okay,
and you
that's
keep
fine.
cutting me off still. And I'm not moving off this street.
I didn't ask
so you
you
can
off
do
the
whatever
street.
you want to do.
I didn't ask you off the street.
All
I
right.
asked you to refrain from the Disney store.
I didn't go in the
So
Disney
if we
store.
go back to the... No, listen, that's fine. You keep saying that. But just let's get clear,
Go
okay?
look at the footage.
I will. But let's get this clear, okay? If you approach the Disney store and I come back here, you will be
This has
arrested.
nothing to do with the Disney store.
But it has, because that's who called me and that's why I'm here. You're missing the
I
point.
wasn't in the Disney
But you're
store.
missing the point.
I have no
haven't-
intention of
but I
going in
have
the Disney store, and I wasn't in the Disney
I
store.
have been given information to suggest otherwise, and that's
Well,
why
go
I'm
look at
here.
the footage.
No, I will. You need to...
Then go do it and come back,
you
because
need-
right now you're wasting your time. I wasn't in the
wasting
Disney
your time.
store.
No, I'm not wasting my time. I'm getting a point across to you.
I've
You
heard
stay
your
away.
point 10 times.
Okay, so carry on.
And I
about
never
your
was in the
business.
Disney store. I never had intention of going
Yeah,
in the Disney
yeah.
store.
Okay.
The
You
Disney
keep
store's
saying-
on this street,
Yeah.
and I've just been walking up and down the street. That's all.
Well, I've received numerous complaints that you
I
are.
got stopped here and had a conversation with someone in the middle of this street.
Okay.
So go ahead and look at the footage.
I will.
And then you
Okay.
can come back.
So, but as I said, if you go to the Disney store, you may be arrested.
Did I hear that before? Have you said that before?
But if you look back in your two recording devices,
Yeah.
I'm sure you have enough memory to look back and
Yeah.
see exactly what I said. Okay.
Yeah, I think I've heard you say that I shouldn't go in the Disney store. Guess
Yeah.
what? I was never in the Disney store.
But good man, don't go
You
in.
go have fun and go look at the footage and come on back. And by the way, don't give your children puberty blockers. You seem like the type that might.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, I do.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to promote to everyone else.
Bye now.
Don't tell me. Don't try and promote to me. Okay, or anyone else. Do you want to engage?
Yeah, don't give your kids
engage
puberty
me?
blockers, all right?
Huh?
Don't give your kids puberty blockers. Be a good dad now.
Well done.
Thank you.
No, I'm serious.
Go ahead and arrest me.
No, that's what I'm saying. Well
Someone
done.
called, said I was in the Disney store. I wasn't in the Disney
No,
store.
thank you for standing up for that, and they have no right to speak to you like that. If anyone made
That's
an
right.
objection, that's an opinion. It's not based on fact.
That's right.
That's all it
He
is.
said, well, if your opinion is offensive to someone, you could be in breach of
Well,
whatever.
I was offended that the Garda was
Freedom of
impinging
speech.
on your freedom of speech.
we
so
should
therefore-
arrest him.
What's offensive
Well,
about saying
yeah.
children are too young? You would let a child get a tattoo, would you?
That's right.
So
What's this for? What?
you would let a child get a tattoo, so why would you let them choose to have treatment?
Well done. Keep it up. Yeah,
Thank
keep
you.
it up, man.
Look
Seriously.
what he's done.
I live in
Look what
Mexico.
they've done. Whoever filed this false report, now they've caused a big scene. All these
No,
people
well
are
done.
talking
It's
about
good
this.
to cause the scene because then
Genuinely,
people will
it's
start
all
waking
right.
up. No, thank
Exactly.
you very much for doing this.
My pleasure.
I live in Mexico City,
Okay.
and we are invaded with this kind of ideology. And thank you very much for doing this.
My pleasure.
It's a brave act for me.
Jesus
Thank you
Christ
very
by
much.
two genders. Not talking.
Yeah, two sexes. I don't even like the word gender. I have this expression, there are two sexes, there are zero genders, and there are infinite personalities.
So what?
I said, my expression is there are two sexes, there are two sexes,
Male and
there are
female.
zero genders, and there are infinite personalities.
Male and female.
And that just sums up everyone. Because there's no right way to be a boy or a girl.
I can't have
If a girl wants to climb trees and play in the dirt, hates wearing dresses, guess what? She's a beautiful girl, right? She's not a boy. So, these police are ridiculous. Power tripping.
Straw man. Straw man illusion.
Yeah.
Biggest.
Oh, what's bigoted about this? What's bigoted about it? You want to have a conversation? Hello. How's it going? So what happened?
I spoke to them. Continue doing what you're doing. I have no issue with that. All right. If you just please refrain from the front of the Disney store. That's all.
Did you look at the CCTV
I
footage?
didn't, because when I spoke to them, there's no even need to look at the CCTV.
Because he admits I was never in the store, right?
Look, they've just asked if you stay with the front. Do what you're doing. You have a right to do what you're doing, okay? But
Correct.
just, if you don't mind, please, just away from the Disney store. That's all.